Well, it's really surreal to be here because I only found out about this event maybe 3 days ago. And my immediate thought was, I can't be here because I'm in Brisbane, but magically found some cheap flights from Gold Coast, so drove to Gold Coast, flew here last night, and it's really special to be here because this is actually the first time I've met Glenn as well. We connected maybe back in, I think it was 2016 or something like that. So my background is I'm a book coach, I was a freelance journalist for a couple of years, and a resilience speaker, and Glenn reached out to me because he'd seen the work that I was doing as an anti-human trafficking ambassador, and I'd written some freelance journalist articles for the news, and he saw one of those and reached out and shared a bit about Project Karma and asked if I would be interested in writing about the work he was doing. And as soon as I heard Glenn's story, I was absolutely in awe. And I'm so grateful that at that time, the news editor that I had was equally supportive, and she commissioned that article and supported us to bring to the world the work that Glenn is doing. And I still remember I just felt so blessed to bring that story to the world when it came out, because there was this overwhelming support for Glenn. And I still remember to this day, people so that article that I wrote on Project Karma ended up trending for about 2 days on news.com.au. That's how big it was. Led to about $7,000 of donations in 24 hours, which was pretty big for a news article. And I still remember that every single person that was commenting just about was saying, Glenn Hulley for PM, Glenn Hulley for PM. Everybody was so in awe of the work that Glenn was doing, and there was almost not a single bad comment. And that never happens on news articles, especially about topics like these. So that was a really beautiful moment, very exciting. So that was when I first connected with Glenn. And then Glenn reached out a couple of years ago to share about the Adventure All-Stars show. And I remember that when he shared it with me, I did actually apply, but I actually pulled out, like not too far afterwards, because when I saw about some of the challenges that people were doing, I was so terrified at the thought of maybe having to do bungee jumping or whatever they were going to do. I would get into bed at night and I would immediately be overwhelmed by these thoughts of like skydiving, bungee jumping, so I actually pulled out. And then a few months later, I saw someone I knew doing Adventure All-Stars, and I went, oh, he can't be on it, and I'm not. Like, so I was like, if he's going to be on it, I'm going to be on it, and decided to push through the fear. And so I came on board late. Thankfully managed to raise the money, so I'm very, very thankful for all my sponsors, particularly Conrad Gargett, Health and Abundance Family Medical Practice, Banksia Women's Healing Centre, who supported me for many, many years, the clothing label St. Jane, Madeline Hicks Real Estate, Fleet Crew, and I think this one is not quite correct, but it was Camden Cottage, Childcare Centre, very, very grateful for them as well. And all the individual sponsors that supported me as well. As a book coach, I work with a lot of survivors of sexual exploitation, and so that is also why I'm very passionate about this. And I myself, although I am thankful that I have not experienced that, I did grow up in a home with family violence, lost my dad to suicide when I was 18, and then went through sexual assault before I was 21. So I myself have been through many different challenges, and child protection is extremely important to me. Many of my clients, I have so few clients who have been able to get to age 18 without being sexually exploited, and it breaks my heart. And so I'm very passionate about the work that Project Karma do, because as a mental health advocate and a domestic violence advocate, I know that these issues all intersect. And whenever I speak with people who have mental health issues, a lot of them have been through sexual exploitation. And so we know that these two, mental health issues, sexual abuse, go hand in hand. And so if we can protect the next generation of children and really support them and hopefully help to reduce the numbers of children worldwide who are experiencing adverse childhood experiences or trauma, we know that we will have a much stronger generation. So I'm very grateful for the work that Project Calm do. I'm glad to be here today, and thank you to each of you who are here as well. So.
Thank you so much, Jas.